as they woke up. Sorry to shock you, but here I am again. And good evening and welcome back to those here in the cathedral and those watching on live stream across the globe. Somewhere in this great cathedral, we have a group of people from Truro School who are sending it live stream across the globe on YouTube. If you're joining us for the first time here in the cathedral or on the live stream, we've had a wonderful day of singing here in the cathedral. This morning we had 12 choirs competing in category 2, and after lunch the youth choirs were here celebrating youth singing, and that ended with the adjudication of the morning competition. It's not over yet, because coming up is the category 1 choir competition and the announcement of the winners in the 4 categories of the composer competition, with the cathedral scholars singing each piece so that you, the audience here and at home, can vote for the best overall composition. More on how that will work as we go. Can I first of all just mention the housekeeping things? Mobile phones. Could you all, if you have a mobile phone, just hold it up for me at the moment? Just hold your mobile phone up. You'll see why. I want to see how many there are around. Oh yeah, that's good. You'll know about this a little later on. We need to have this, but for now, could you please turn them on silent or turn them off? And if there's an emergency evacuation, we all go out the way that we came. Now, the first 4, there are only 4 choirs this evening. What are they competing for? Well, for this whole competition, there's an overall winner, and there's a series of 4 trophies. There's the Lady Mary Holborough Trophy for the Festival Champion Choir. There's the Best UK Choir, Peter Gold Trophy, donated by Gold Electronics. There's the Best Cornish Choir, the PM Shield, presented by PM Sound. And then there's the Ellen Windsor Trophy for the Best Conductor. All of the choirs, in whatever category they come, category 1 or category 2, they compete for those trophies. But this evening, the category 1 specially compete for the first prize of £1,000, the second prize 400, the third prize 200, and the trophy for the best UK choir. There's a St Stithian's Cup for the best Cornish choir, and there's a certificate and £100 for the best single piece of music. Now, deciding on who wins requires a jury of adjudicators, and we're very fortunate to have 4 highly qualified exponents of the art of choral singing to fulfill this role. Their background in teaching, innovating, composing and arranging is immense. Let me introduce them to you. Some of you were here this morning and I introduced them then, but some of you are new. Peter Thompson, who's he? He began singing as a chorister and choral scholar in St Anne's Cathedral in Leeds in 2001. He graduated with a degree in music from Durham University, whilst at the same time enjoying a choral scholarship at Durham Cathedral. Normally, students travel in their gap year, but Peter bucked the trend and came to Cornwall as a choral scholar here. And then in 2016, where I actually met him at a concert I was comparing with one of our choirs, he was a teacher at Truro School. He developed the Truro School Barbershop Ensemble, which actually performed at our 2018 festival. And outside of school, he continued to sing here, taking care of the pastoral care of the boys, and working with local choirs like Truro Choral Society and our own Truro Male Voice Choir. He took a sabbatical in 2022 and completed a Master's in Music Education at Boston University. Now he's teaching in London at a Hampton school and has a choir there of 60 voices, a boys' choir. If you were here on the opening concert, you would have seen James Anderson Besant actually conducting the choir here at Truro Cathedral. In 2023, when he was appointed, he was the youngest ever musical director of a cathedral in the land. That's astonishing. So how did he get there? Where did he come from? What was his background? Well, he was born in Oxfordshire, and he started the keyboard, as I know our festival director did, at the age of 5, with Judith Ward. She also ran St Helens Church, Benson, and he joined the choir, and later became its organist. He learnt the organ at a very young age, and he was taught by James Brown at Abington School, where he held academic and music scholarships. Okay, I'm told that the adjudicators are on their way. I've just been signalled on my left, but I'll continue just to tell you a little bit about them before they come on. He actually graduated with a double-starred university degree in music and then supervised Cambridge music students in harmony and keyboard skills. And before he came here, he was the director of music, he was the assistant director of music at Exeter Cathedral. Now, finally, of the 3 main adjudicators, we have an old friend, Jakob Martinek. He's no stranger to us here at the festival, and we're delighted that he's back once again. He started, we've got a choir coming on as well. He started in the Czech Republic, where he first founded a boys' choir, which performed on national television and radio under his direction. He's with us now with the Prague Boys' Choir. He's actually quite a formidable student of choral music, but not only that, he performs in all sorts of places with orchestras, musical personalities around the world. He's often asked to do this adjudication, and he's been here before. And finally, we've got Gareth Churcher, who's our own festival director. He's going to be the chairman, keeping them in order, and he's a consummate musician and instrumentalist. He's head of the Cornwall Music Service Trust, and he's actually been involved with his wife Claire as his secretary, responsible for this whole festival. And he will join the adjudicators, as I say, as the chair on this long marathon day of adjudication. Ladies and gentlemen, our jury. I'm sorry to keep you boys. I'm speaking in a Welsh accent now because the first choir is Cor Naian Tav, and I'll tell you a little about them before they start singing. But just before I do, let me tell you that each choir has 12 minutes to perform, and it would be really nice if you could actually reserve your applause until after they finish their songs. Now, this choir was formed in 2004 by Rob Nichols, and they were formed in the Tabernacle Chapel, the Hayes, Cardiff, with the intention of establishing a Welsh medium male choir in the capital city. They've grown in number, as you can see, and they've won first prize at the National Eisteddfod on 3 occasions and have performed many times on radio and television and abroad. They appeared on Spanish television whilst on tour there in 2011. Their musical director is Stefan Jones, and the accompanist is Lowry Guy. And for this particular session, they will sing these pieces. Mor Hagwar, my Welsh is bad, I di Babel, Eric Jones, Ar Heath Inus, arranged by Harry Evans, The Huntsman's Chorus, Weber, and You'll Never Walk Alone, arranged by Jay Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, Cor Naian Tav. Thank you, Cor Naian Tav. And now we go from Wales to Peterborough. If you've read the biography of the choir in the programme, you can't help being impressed by the progress they've made since their beginnings as a very small choir within the sugar beet industry, with collaboration with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, soprano Leslie Garrett, the Central Band of the Royal Air Force, and the BBC Concert Orchestra. They've come a long, long way. But more to their credit is their dedication to reaching out into the community, as many of our choirs do, with their education charity Peterborough Sings, founded in 2011, and now with Arts Council support reaching out to primary schools in particular. With all this going on, they still travel, they sing, they enter and win competitions at Cheltenham Festival, North Wales Choral Festival, and here at this festival at the last outing in 2018. For this competition, they're set to sing Sail Away, with words from Rabindranath Tagore, Caro Coccia's Lacrimosa, and The Steady Light, with words by Dunlop and music by Unterser. Their musical director is William Prideaux, and their accompanist is Paul Como. Please welcome William and Paul and the Peterborough Male Voice Choir. Thank you, Peterborough. And now we come to the Celtic Male Ensemble back here in Cornwall. This 16-strong group of singers first came together in 2014 and have grown in strength and versatility. They appeared in the opening concert of the 2015 festival alongside international tenor John Trevelyan. They won the Edgar Kessel Gold Cup for the best overall choir at the Cornwall County Music Festival at their first attempt. They've twice won at the Camborne Music Festival, including special awards for Best Overall Choir, Highest Mark, and Best Performance of the Festival. And most recently, were voted Best UK Choir and Best Overall Cornish Choir at the 2019 Cornwall International Male Choral Festival. There's a change in the order of their songs tonight. First, they're going to do Fascinating Rhythm. Then they're going to do August, with text by F. Ledwidge and music by M. McGlynn. And then finally, they're going to end with the arrangement by Dan Forrest of How Great Thou Art. I'm hoping that they're about to come on stage so that we can see them. Here they come. And with them will be coming their musical director, Alistair Taylor. And this evening, they have an accompanist, Tanya Lord. So here they come. Would you please welcome the Celtic Male Ensemble. And the last man on, Alistair Taylor.
I
Thank you, the Celtic Male Ensemble. The final competitor this evening is the City of Truro Male Choir. The earlier name derived from the village choirs of Chasewater and Carnan Downs, which were formed in the 1940s and combined in 1991. Over those 80 years, the choirs have had numerous musical festival successes, both in and out of the county, including our first competition foray into the Cornwall International Vale Voice Choir Festival in 2013. Last year, they won cups in the Cornwall Music Festival, as well as Camborne Music Festival. Their main focus is always to give high-quality entertainment and pleasure to as varied an audience as possible. Their talented musical director is Cornishman Russell Pascoe, a well-published international composer and Cornish bard. They should now be taking the stage, and whilst they do, I'll let you know what their program is. Russell Pascoe has arranged Keep Hauling. Then they travel to classical music. From Fidelio, Beethoven, they have the Prisoner's Chorus. Dan Forrest and Can It Be? And then another arrangement by Russell Pascoe of McCartney's Frogs Chorus. So let's welcome, as they come on board, the Truro Male Voice Choir. Well, as you know, all weekend those guys have been your stewards here at the festival. They've been running around, they actually marshal the choirs in and out. They do an immense amount of work. They were here at 8:30 this morning, and I know why they're a little late. They've had to go and change their clothes, so they look posh for this evening. So, still not here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's going to happen later on. I did mention to you that I asked you to hold up your phones. A little later on, we're going to try an experiment when we come to the composers competition, because what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to open up your phones, and using your 4G, you're going to type in something which I will give you, and then a code, and you can vote. And so can the people at home. It's a pilot. We hope it'll work. And if you haven't got a phone, I'll give you an arrangement where you can all conspire to work together. So, here they come. At last, the City of Truro Male Voice Choir. Come on, guys. Away you come. Them this evening is Ruth Best. Ruth, I know, is one of our foremost accompanists in the county. She not only does these people, she does other choirs as well. And she'll be coming on with Russell shortly. So here's Russell, all in white, and Ruth coming to the piano over there. Hi, Ruth. Good evening. So over to the jury. So, thank you, the City of Truro Male Voice Choir. So we come to an interval. Our adjudicating panel will now leave their desks, go somewhere secret, and start working on their adjudication. We'll have a break, and we'll come back in 15 minutes at 8:15. Have a good break.
I know I've made invaluable friendships through, I play in 3 bands, 2 orchestras and the brass band, and I know that those people will always be there for me, no matter what.
I get a thrill out of being able to just perform on an instrument, and definitely to an audience.
The most important moment for me when I started playing my cornet was the moment of realising that you are good at it. It's a really amazing thing, particularly as a young girl, to sit there playing my cornet and think, I'm actually really good at this.
I get a sense of almost achievement.
Definitely a lot of pride.
They put on lots of concerts for everyone to see. I was actually part of one. And also they try to link Cornwall through music.
Performing to 400 people in Truro Cathedral, playing pieces from a wind band, it's huge. And the thrill you get knowing you've been part of something that big is amazing.
I'm going to introduce you first. We're now coming to the adjudication of our composers competition, in which you will play a role in deciding the overall winner. Now, there are 5 categories of prize winners: Cambiata, Cornish composer, UK composer, and international composer, and then the overall winner. This year there were 25 entries, and working his way through these works is a man you've already seen this evening, and he's standing over there, Russell Pascoe. He's a Cornish composer and conductor. He's composed for most genres, is equally at home writing choral or instrumental music for amateurs and professionals. His music is published by OUP, Boozy and Hawks and Novello, recorded on CDs, and may be found on soundcloud.com. As you saw earlier, he conducts the City of Truro Male Voice Choir. For a Truro 3 Spire Singers Commission in 2013, Russell teamed up with Anthony Pinching to create the Secular Requiem. The recording with the Truro Cathedral Choir and BBC National Orchestra of Wales, conducted by Christopher Gray, went on to win Critics' Choice in Gramophone magazine in 2023. He's standing where he is now to present his adjudication. And behind him are the Cathedral Choir Scholars. They'll come on in a moment, once he's done his adjudication, to sing each of the winning pieces, which I will announce. Over to you, Russell.
Thanks, David. Judging any competition is a great honour, but assessing one's fellow composers is a really daunting task. I know firsthand how much thought, preparation, and time and love goes into the writing of a piece of music. Last night I was up until 4:45 writing a piece of music, which I haven't bothered to look at today because I don't know what it's going to be like today. But it seemed a good idea at the time. The thing with composers is we have a lot of passion and we put it down on paper, and it's a very personal thing because you know that you're going to be judged by an audience and judged by the singers about whether your music is actually up to scratch. We were lucky this year, we had 25 entries, and these entries came from all over the world, and the standard was pretty high. I've written a lot of music for male voice choirs, so there were things that I was looking for. The initial looking for a text can be a tricky thing. Quite often people fall back on hymns that everyone knows, or Latin texts, which a lot of people don't actually understand what they're listening to, and quite often the singers don't know what they're singing about. It's a tricky one, this. One of the winning entrants has the most bizarre text I could think of. And that commended itself, and I think when you hear it, you'll understand why. Some of the composers were a little cavalier in their choice of high notes and low notes. If you've got very, very high notes, sometimes choirs can't actually reach them, and if you've got terribly low notes, you may have some basses who can sing those notes, but if you've got it on a massive spread in a chord, you're not going to get any balance. So unless it's very quiet, I wouldn't write beneath the G for the basses you're asking for trouble. Some of the compositions didn't modulate. They stayed in the key, the same key all the way through. I think composers need to think about moving around from key to key so that it keeps the interest going. Also, a lot of the music was homophonic. The parts all moved at the same time. Counterpoint seems to have gone out of fashion. I love Johann Sebastian Bach, so I love counterpoint. That was missing, to to a great extent. But within the homophonic writing, it's possible to put the bass, the tune in the bass, as well as in the middle and in the top, and do things around it. Quite a few of the entrants just put the tune in the top all the way through, which I thought was a bit disappointing. You've got to give singers and the pianist the chance to breathe. Some of the entrants didn't give any breathing, and music needs to breathe, for goodness sake. But I think one of the overriding things is you can be as clever as you want to when you're composing a piece of music, and that's great. However, it needs to be a piece that an audience enjoys listening to, and a singer enjoys singing. I remember Peter Pears once being asked in a forum, how long would Benjamin Britten's music be sung for and performed? And he said, not as long as people enjoy listening to it, but as long as people enjoy performing it, which I thought was a really interesting slant on things. So that's what's helped me to make my decisions tonight, and I hope that you will go along with them. Well, you've got to, because you're going to hear 4 entrants, you're not going to hear the other 21, but you will get your chance at the end to, with the clapometer, to decide which one of these is the winner of winners. Now I think it's over to David to announce the first one category. Thanks, David.
Thank you, Russell.
So let's have the scholars take the stage, please, with their pianist. Come along, chaps, away you come. Here we are. And they're going to sing you all 4 pieces. Now, the first piece they're going to sing is the Cambiata composition winner. And the title is quite unusual. It's The Law of Thermodynamics, and it's written by Ian Shaw, who's not able to be here tonight. So, let's hear The Law of Thermodynamics.
Change
Now you have to keep that particular composition in your head, because remember, at the end, you have a vote. So keep that one in your head. The next is the Cornish composition winner. Paul Brown is here, and he'll be here to receive his award a little later on. His title is Always a Song. So here's the Cornish competition winners, Always a Song. Thank you. Come to the UK composition winner, Dorian Kelly, who's also present. His number is Row, Brothers, Row. Row, Brothers, Row. Over to you.
We'll sing
now we come to the international composition winner who sent a representative here, is Eduardo Materassi, and his number is Canticus Organis. Over to you.
Cantantibus organis, cantantibus, cantantibus, cantantibus organis, cantantibus, cantantibus, cantantibus organis, cantantibus, cantantibus, cantantibus organis, Cantantibus organis, cantantibus, cantantibus, cantantibus organis, cantantibus organis, cantantibus, cantantibus organis, Cecilia Virgo, Cecilia.
Thank the choral scholars for their work this evening. Thank you. And their accomplice over there. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Now we have the situation where you become adjudicators. So if I remember, I asked you to switch off your phones earlier on. Now's the time, those of you that have them, to switch them on again. And I'm going to introduce you to our festival director, who will tell you what you have to do in order to vote. Remember, you're going to be voting on the overall winner. You've heard all 4 pieces. You are now the adjudicators. So, Gareth.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Just would like to say a massive personal thank you to the choral scholars from Truro Cathedral who have done such a fine job in preparing those compositions. Give them another round of applause. And also a heartfelt thanks to Russell Pascoe, who's poured over 25 scores to make a very, very challenging decision. That was the winning compositions in each of the categories. So we've innovated in this last 24 months with regards to CIMCF 2024. We chose to go away from the standard competition format of the Composers Competition for the last so many years, and we split our categories, as you've heard, into Best UK, Best Cornish, Best International, and Best Cambiata Composition. So we're going to draw on you now, hopefully. This is another pilot, another new challenge. So you need to get your phones open, and that also applies to the people that are watching it with us from home. Go to your web browser. I hope you all know what that is. Good. Either Google or Safari or anything you normally use to access the internet. And then type in menti.com. That's MENTI.com. MENTI.com. You should then be presented with a home page which will ask you for a code. Has anybody managed to do that yet? Oh my word, I'm impressed. The code you now need to type in is 4939 0738. That is 4939 0738. You should then be presented with a screen that gives you the full... I'll say the code again, yep, certainly. Well, I've got votes coming in already. This is like the Eurovision. 4939 0738. And then you should be presented with 4 compositions, of which you're allowed to make 1 selection. And we'll give it a few minutes so that people can do that. The votes are flooding in, quite literally. Still coming in, so I'm going to wait until the code again is 4939 0738. 4939 0738. It's definitely working because I've got lots and lots of votes that have already arrived. So everybody managed to vote in the room?
It's telling us to wait because the presenter hasn't changed slides.
I'm not going to change slides, definitely not going to change slides. You might need to refresh your browser and try again. Did you make your vote, sir? Oh, then that's it. That means it's worked. It's worked. If it says you wait for the presenter to do the next slide, that means you're successful. That's all right. If you haven't got a phone, don't worry. Things are looking like they've settled. We've got well over 100 votes in already. I'm going to count down from 10, and then we're going to close the voting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1, and the voting is now closed. A close run race, but tipping it with just 10 votes, our overall composition winner this year is Cantavis Organis. Congratulations to Eduardo. So the choral scholars Edwards are going to very, very kindly sing the winning composition once more. Thank you for your participation in that. That went a lot better than I expected. Thank you. And then after they've sung the final composition, if we could have the representatives come up to receive the prizes. Cheques of £500 each, and then Eduardo's representative will also take away the trophy. So over to our choral scholars.
Cantatibus organis, cantatibus, cantatibus, cantatibus organis, cantatibus, cantatibus, cantatibus organis, cantatibus, cantatibus, cantatibus organis, Cecilia. Cantatibus organis, cantatibus, cantatibus, cantatibus organis, cantatibus organis, cantatibus, cantatibus organis, Cecilia Virgo, Cecilia.
So could I ask the representatives of the prize winners for the composers competition to come here, and could I ask the chairman of this wonderful festival to come forward to my right here as well in order to present the prizes. And I must take you back now to the competition we had earlier, and to adjudicate on that competition we have Dr. Jakob Martinek. Here he is, and then Gareth will actually announce the winner.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. It's my 5th time here in Cornwall with this festival, and every single time I'm absolutely impressed with the level of music making here in Cornwall. It must be something in the water. We had a wonderful, wonderful day, great music, wonderful choral art happening here. And I would like to say huge thanks to all the music directors, all the choirs, but last but not least, to all fantastic accompanists that were here with all the groups. Bravo to you. We looked at many aspects with the jury, and it's such as blend and intonation, the level of artistry and repertoire selections. But something that's really, really important is the level of musicality of each choir. The engagement between the singers, engagement with their conductors, and then the engagement with the audience. It's what causes the goosebumps and the really special touching moments that only choirs can make. So this day was filled with such moments, and I am sure that you all will know the results. So I will ask back our artistic director and chairman of the jury, Garrett Churcher, to share the results with us. Thank you.
Bruce Taylor, if you would be so kind, we'd like to call upon your services to be able to give out prize money and trophies. Our composers, representatives and composers themselves, if you'd like to come forward now and receive your prize funds, and also Eduardo's delegate, if you'd be happy to also accept the trophy on his behalf, please go to the front. Give them a big round of applause, they're coming on the stage. Ladies and gents. So on to the results for Category 1 and also the overall festival results that we have in place for 2024. We're going to start with the best overall prize, because I'm hoping this won't give the game away. We have a best overall conductor, and that was awarded to the musical director of the Dublin Welsh Melville Choir's musical director, Mary Walsh from Category 2, who I'm sure is not here because they're off performing elsewhere, but let's give her a massive round of applause. Back to the Category 1 specific results. We have a best sung single piece of music for a certificate and a cheque for £100. And that went to Celtic Male Ensemble for How Great Thou Art. because we have all the choirs present with us tonight, we are going to announce all the results in reverse order. So with 86 marks, gaining 4th place, that's our very own City of Truro Male Choir. In 3rd place, with a prize of £200, is the Cor Naian Tav. The decision was not taken lightly by the panel of adjudicators, and it's the first time I remember in the history of this competition where we've had to use decimal points. The vote was that close. In 2nd place, with a prize of £400 and a mark of 89.6, it's the Celtic Male Ensemble. So receiving 90 marks and a cheque for £1,000 is the Peterborough Male Voice Choir in 1st place. So with some special prizes yet to go, we have the best overall Cornish choir, which in theory can be awarded from any class throughout the day. This winning the PM Shield. The best overall Cornish choir was the Celtic Male Ensemble. As well as winning the best overall Cornish choir, you won the best Cornish choir in category 1 as well, so there's another trophy to collect. Congratulations. Therefore, and finally, in a trio of prizes, our best UK choir in category 1, our best overall UK choir, and our festival champion choir are the Peterborough Male Voice Choir.
So we come to the end of the evening. Thank you to our jury, thank you to our festival director, thank you to our chairman, thank you to Truro Choir for actually stewarding us this evening, and thank you all for coming and enjoying the evening as much as I've done. So take care on your way home, and we hope to see you at other concerts. Don't forget, there are more concerts to come. Take care.
I know I've made invaluable friendships through, I play in 3 bands, 2 orchestras and the brass band, and I know that those people will always be there for me, no matter what.
I get a thrill out of being able to just perform on an instrument, and definitely to an audience.
The most important moment for me when I started playing my cornet was the moment of realising that you are good at it. It's a really amazing thing, particularly as a young girl, to sit there playing my cornet and think, I'm actually really good at this.
I get a sense of almost achievement.
Definitely a lot of pride.
They put on lots of concerts for everyone to see. I was actually part of one. And also they try to link Cornwall through music.
Performing to 400 people in Truro Cathedral, playing pieces from a wind band, it's huge. The thrill you get knowing you've been part of something that big is amazing.